You know who I am? Let us record great deeds this day and give these Urky scum a right royal hammering! This is the day to strike many grudges from the Great Book.
Indeed it is. Welcome on in everyone to our Grombrindal campaign. Thank you all for everyone who submitted their votes for the campaign vote. Ractoc got smacked pretty hard, so Grombrindal rides instead. We got how they play. They use Oath Gold earned throughout our campaign to craft powerful weapons and items in the Forge. We'll get to that down here. Complete missions to prevent grudges from going unanswered too long and avoid negative faction effects, and we use the underway stance to avoid obstacles. Yes. Then we have 3 grudges that get issued right off the bat. We have the Whitebeard Oath Grudge, win 3 battles against Nagaron. I'll read the descriptions on these later on, but for the reward for that one, we get the Master Rune of Stromny Redbeard, which is rare. Gives us 8 additional melee attack as long as it's assigned to a non-character. So just don't assign this to a character. Heard. It's basically a buff to yourself and then a buff to everyone around, and you get 50 Oath Gold. And then the Unfinished Business Grudge, win 5 battles against the High Elves. We get the Master Rune of Alaric the Mad, negative 75 to weapon damage and plus 75 to armor piercing, so it just replaces your damage with armor piercing. And then the final one there, Snorri Whitebeard's Final Grudge, win 5 battles against the Dark Elves, Malekith's Betrayal, and then we have the Master Rune of Spite, giving us damage per second in an area around, and 50 Oath Gold. Those are the grudges we're going to get started with, and there are going to be quite a few that will most likely be added, since I am very poor Dwarven Lord. As far as the faction effects we get, and we are using the one of the mods that you can see off the bat is the different model for Grombrindal. Takes him from looking like someone who, some crazy old man that lives under a bridge and sniffs glue, and now he looks more like a proper Dwarven ancient warrior, and kind of like Santa Claus, so good stuff. Our faction effects, 60% less evasion, or I'm sorry, we're going to be much more evasive in the underway by 60% more for all of our characters, 20% weapon strength more for all of our elf fighting. We are very hateful of the Keeblers, and then we can call upon the power of the ancestor gods. And then that'll be within 2 turns, so it's basically just a little event that pops in, and you get to make a decision and get some buffs. We can have both a Master Engineer and a Thane. We need to get that going as fast as we can. We'll scoot on out. We'll throw Jamek into Grombrindal's army. Let's take a look at this guy, because usually they get something a little special off the start. Yeah, he's got Ancestral Blood Valaya. Enemy hero success chance minus 20% and ward save. Welcome, Lad of Valaya. Good business. I will have all of the mods that we are using in a list in the description. We'll have that pin in every single one of the episodes, so you can download them all and, or at least subscribe to them all and get them all activated and be playing alongside. So we will get this first battle going here very quickly, and at least show off a few of the units that we have access to. The stacks are a little bit more thick than normal, so we are using one that increases the amount of guns we have. The Sons of Grimnir gives us more Slayer types, and the Rune Golems, the Gromril Gunners as well. And then the final one is the Thunder Barge, which is obviously, it's the giant blimp covered in cannons. Would be a good deal of fun. We'll jump on out of there, and I'm happy to upgrade our clan barracks. That way we have access to some quarrelers. And we really can't afford anything else here at the moment. I will make that decision after this first battle. Through a mute of clan. Who cares? Clan Septic. So this man is rolling with a army fully of Skaven slaves, but he does have 2 summons of menace below, so we will have to keep an eye on those. They tend to go after your squishy units, so I foresee them trying to jump on our miners with them. But no matter. Let's slaughter us some rats. Let's get this battle going. Oh, we don't have a lot of good terrain to work with here. Yeah, and if you have any tactics, unit names, any kind of suggestions like that, I avoid the dwarves for the most part just because I am so terrible with gunpowder. Same reason I avoided the vampirates. I tend to go with the sky blanket armies that shoot arrows over fools. Tends to be because of my lack of math skills, but if y'all have any tactics, any formation styles for me, those in the comments help me out. Allow us to slaughter our enemies a bit better there. We'll put the Thunderers, I think we want them up on top of the hill so they can actually get to a position a little easier. Keep them a little more clumped up since we are just dealing with rats. And then we'll have the Iron Drakes on this side as well. I'll let you be able to respawn. We have these miners that can kind of go up the hill, take a position. Use them to scout. Oh, they're just going to disappear now. That's fine. We'll keep them, I don't know, up on top of this hill to act as kind of a flank force. And we can zoom on in and take a look at our units, even though it is a bit dark here. The mod we have is for the proper dwarf shields, so anyone who has, I think it's the Iron Breakers and Longbeards for the most part, as well as the Thanes. If they've got one of those big, heavily armored shields, it's going to give them a silver shield instead of their bronze that they have for some reason. I feel like most of the Dawi shouldn't have bronze shields at all, but I guess they have to be weak in some aspect. But our beautiful gyrocopters. These are guys, when I first started playing, I just charged them into melee because I was like, surely these blades do work, and they just die. Oh, turns out no. That's not how that works. You want to shoot people with them. Then the lovely Hateful Santa himself. Rolling around with Mjolnir on his back. Or the Warhammer variant. Yeah, it looks awesome. Very well done on this model here. Makes me wish the normal one looked a bit more like him. And we've got our lovely anti-Geneva Convention flamethrowers.
Come on, Sven. I ain't standing around all day like some elgy git.
Alright. I don't know who you're calling Sven there, bud. And then we've got our riflemen. This should be a turkey shoot. Let's get it. Scoot the lads forward. We'll have the helicopters working as a scouting force. They move so quick it'd be really hard for those slings to do any amount of damage. Plus, armor 80. Well, am I looking at the correlers instead of who I wanted? Armor 100, in fact. Which, those slings have, I think, 1 armor piercing. Unfortunately, though, the brimstone guns are anti-large. Not going to be doing full damage. I don't mind shooting people and running, though. Let's fire and move. Keep an eye on the summon from under the ground. Throwing stuff at him. Fine with me. Gyrocopter moving. There's the summon. Alright, you turn and charge. You move as far away as you can. Grombrindal, you charge in as well. Get these Iron Breakers out of that. Of course, send the gyrocopters over the top. Thought about dropping the bombs, but we'll wait. Hammers, get moving. We'll drop the bombs as we go over. You're trying to dodge me. It's not gonna work. Those bombs in, let's keep moving. These riflemen up on top. Actually, they may be able to close the gap too fast, so we'll swing over and we'll have these miners go up front just to chase them off. Runesmith, turn on around. I forgot to throw out the caltrops, so that's something we are going to have access to in this one, as well as we have the caltrops with, and increase all of the melee capabilities of everyone here. These crawlers actually can hold in fine. You start firing on this lad here. Keep the miners moving, and then the Thunderers can get up on top of this hill. Start firing down. Just gotta trust the Dawi. by his beard. See some slow-mo slaughter. He's a angry little rat. He's got a little bell around his... Nope, not anymore. He had a little bell around his neck. That's a mistake. Got some freshly cooked Skaven slaves. I tried to dive away, but the flame never forgets. Shoot at this group if you're able. You're hitting those trees a lot, and this isn't Free Kingdoms. Get a lot of damage from those slings, more than I expected to, actually. So let's grab you guys, throw you into melee, and just chase off one of the groups of slingers that feels so brave. Activate the ability, and we'll send you in. Set you guys up on a defensive spot. They can just fire on in. We'll have you turn around and chase them. And that should be the battle. Oof. Rifle's taking a good deal of his damage. Get him, Grombrindal. Oh, where are you going? He's back here. There he is. Get him. Slow-mo axe smack. Oh, he's still going to cast some magic through our dwarves because he's rude. Every time you break line of sight of Grombrindal, the rifles get another volley, though. Covered in ratkin blood. Give him another slice. That's right. I wouldn't get up if I were you. Grombrindal never forgets. What's his health looking like? Oh, he's broken. Give him another slice. That works too, I guess. Freshly cooked Rat Lord. I'm actually very surprised any of this army is sticking around to fight. We'll send the gyrocopters after this group. Don't really want them charging into melee like that, but they're my only speedy unit.
Power of the ancestors.
And the first enemy falls. He is allergic to bullets and axe blades. I'm going to attempt to chase down some of these lads with these gyrocopters. They're not even very good at chasing peeps down, but that's fine. We'll chase some dudes down, and I'll catch y'all in a moment. A decisive win, as your foolish speed bump of Skaven slaves wasn't going to slow this throng even a little bit. We lost 2, they lost 477, the rest fleeing into the wilderness. We shall execute and loot. We're going to gain up as much of this oath gold as we can. This is going to be a big part of this one. We're going to be sacking a lot of towns. So Eldar Spire looks like it could be abandoned. Surely it's not infested with rats. Oh no. Rats. Alright, well, Eldar Spire has a garrison at least of some clan rats. So we get to roast up some normal foot soldiers. We are going to be on the battlefield here as well, and they are going to have 2 summons of Menace Below. So we'll have to keep that in mind, as we did with the last battle. But once again, this is a very weak force, and they don't even have a Plague Priest, so let's get them. Alright, we are going to fight again in the dark. I guess that's just how it's going to be. They have spread out far and wide there, and they do actually have some slings this time. I mean, they did. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's grab our warriors and get them set up. I'm going to put these flamethrowers right out front of the woods. I have them deploy their caltrops now. No, but remember they can. Grab our quarrelers. Kind of set up as so. Runesmith in the middle there. Grombrindal I'm going to have. I don't know. I guess in the middle. And then we'll have these miners. Out back, ready to flank around. Brimstone guns. I'd say we're good to go. Get all of our ranged units in guard mode. What will do. Love looking at all the armor and the shields. These shields are fantastic. Other paraphernalia we need to be sent by CA. Listen, I wouldn't mind you sending me one of these shields as well as each of the Chaos Helmets, as I said before. Will take one. Maybe not one of these hammers. The neighbors wouldn't like it. Let's get this battle going. The Skaven are going to probably move up a little bit. Let's keep them moving how we want them to. We'll have these guys kind of moving on up and harassing away at... I'd like to harass the Skaven Slave Slings first.
Ready to aim.
We're going to get set up here. Let's throw some caltrops once we're down. Hopefully these aren't... Stumps don't cause a problem. We may have a bit of weirdness with the line of sight, so let's keep moving up. They're in line of sight. Get a nice little volley in. Kills a couple. Killed 7. And give him another volley, otherwise you're going to take a lot of free slings. They can absorb that for a while, though, so... Oh, okay. An interesting strategy. See if it pays off for him. They're taking a lot of damage. Just pull the Iron Drakes back. Allow Grombrindal to handle these fools. Get him, Grombrindal. They called you boys ugly. I don't know where you're going, dude. They must have missed the attack order. He was going right by him. Chop. Give him the big slice. I was a 3 head below. I appreciate it. Back to normal speed. Get him, dude. Combination of hammerers plus Grombrindal is going to be quite terrifying. Right, quickly. I want you to have to move. Just throw the caltrops. That's not good.
Let the vengeance begin.
Toss him down, dude. Quick. Right now, pull back.
Flow.
That's a lot of free damage.
Drops away.
You guys come over here and get into melee. We're going to have another one jumping on out. Increase the speed and melee capabilities of these lads here.
Ready to strike.
Torch them. You guys are chasing people off. That was my fault. You get back over here. Some free damage, but luckily they should hold with their armor. Keep rifling in. We have the better thudding sound, so those crossbows got a little bit of a thunk. Keep shooting. Don't let anyone through. Actually, fire on these guys over here so you're not friendly firing into the backs of you boys. You guys get back up into the air and start blasting away at these dudes over here. Keep killing them. Get it on this group. You fire away into their flanks there. Should be an easy way to get into that flank as well. We'll get some more slow-mo shots here. I was going to get them into melee, but probably a bad idea. They're getting shot from crossfire here now. The humble miner fighting against the humble Skaven slave. And hopefully coming out on top. Those pickaxes should do work against flesh. Tell me that's armor piercing and doesn't do wicked damage to someone's armor. Or their back the same way. Oh, the cleansing flame. You foolish ratkin. I believe they called him Ratky. Get moving in. You attack. Speed things back up so I don't feel like a cheater. Now let's pull on back away there. You hammers. Come slaughter these fools. I'm just going to kind of keep you nearby. Set up and start shooting. Hammers pulled back. Flamethrowers getting working. Warlers, you know your target. Alright, charge on in. Grombrindal, you get to work as well. Of course, this last group, so we're not hurting our own miners. Oh, I guess we could have used our bombs quite a bit there. Forgot about them. Come on over here, let's use them here. Or it's too late. Caltrop's hanging in there.
Get moving.
As they run away. Oh, it was a miss. Hard to get them set up on top of this group here. Drop the bombs again. That'll do. I'm scare off some lads. Give everyone extra speed melee. That's a victory. Town's meager weak garrison falls. Did take some casualties. You're darn right we're gonna clear these tunnels of rat scum. We lost 42 this time to their 1,800. And we will sack the settlement for that sweet, sweet oath gold. And we found Clan Septic.
I am the White Dwarf.
And we'll claim it.
Grombrindal.
If we have
It's done.
we force a rebellion, it just allows us to smack them harder from that and gain even more money. So we will most likely go for. We don't really need extra leadership while fighting Skaven. We'll do legendary commerce to just start working down towards absolutely relentless for extra movement range. This doesn't help us because we're not really trading just yet. We'll get there. Oh yeah, and I guess I forgot our trait for the White Dwarf. We have plus 10 melee defense for Quarrelers and Iron Drakes, which is helping them out in the battles there while they're not taking so much damage. We've got more reinforcement range for his army here, so we can help out others quite a bit easier. And then he's got 10 extra leadership for his whole army. That's why we don't really need this one just yet. We've got all the extra leadership.
I'm here now.
You're here now. Good to hear. Let's go ahead and grab the Rune of Speed so we can start working on the Rune of Wrath and Ruin. Blowing up some rats would be nice.
You know who I am.
And while we're here, I think we may want one more group of normal dwarf warriors and then some blasting charges. I'd like one more staunch shield wall, and then the rest of it can be happily just explosives until we get access to our Quarrelers. And I think we may go for doubling down on the barley field. We're making quite a bit of gold at the current. We've only got the one army, so let's get his growth as high as we can. Growth and replenishment rate, since we have such low of both being dwarves. And we'll do what we can. For our research, we could include related families. Autonomy of the Holds gives extra growth for the one commandment. I think we want to start working towards the heavy cornstones, just to give us a base 10 extra growth. So we will work our way down there. We're going to start with Khazid subsidies and dwarf treasuries to give us just a kind of a flat 15% more treasury, which just seems very nice that we can start working down towards our growth. And then we can do a bit for our missiles. I think we'll start working on the missile units first as far as our upgrades to the army. Can't really recruit any of the other heroes, so let's check our diplomacy. Katep is who we can talk to. He really doesn't even want to have any kind of deals. Oh, you're willing to get that for nothing. Dude, you're talking far too much. You're being loud. We'll take a non-aggression. Works for me. We're not going to be making any deals with anyone else here anyway. We're going to be slaughtering them and settling those grudges. Alright then, lads, back to our turn.
I'm ready.
He's ready. Let's grab Grombrindal and drag him all the way to the edge of our territory there.
Out. Forward.
Far forward as we can go. That'll do. And then we will jump on in and... Oh, I can't quite recruit the Quarrelers yet. Versus one more turn. Fair enough, I guess.
Who calls me?
We will swing on in and get a couple extra blasting charges then to clear out the Skaven a bit easier. Blood Gorge up here. Doing some raiding. Words no good, killing. Alright, bud. If you say so. We may kill him before claiming the altar, although we do need our provincial capital. Darkless Spire is nice, but it is not... Surely is not a capital. Exiles of the Heck really would not like to trade. He's gonna keep Whisper screaming at us. Looks like another turn. Grombrindal is going to keep gathering the lads with the fist wave. The Living Ancestor kicks off. Some pretty cool art. Such as the age and renown of the White Dwarf that many sagas say he strode with the ancestor gods themselves. It is a claim the White Dwarf does not refute, and no one dares challenge. or to doubt Grombrindal's word or call him false would surely end badly for the accuser. We could gain kin of Grimnir. One legend speaks of a drinking match between Grimnir and Grombrindal. Gives us extra melee attack, defense, and reload time reduction. Grungni's teachings gives us more research rate, upkeep reduction for Grombrindal's army, and then construction and recruitment reduction. Elias gives us more control, negative corruption, and casualty. And Grombrindal's fury just makes Grombrindal angry. Go ahead and you grab the Apprentice of Grungni, though, to get upkeep reduction and a bit of research. Perfect. Increases our upkeep.
The dwarfs need me.
I mean, I'd like to attack Mr. Bloodgorge here, but I think he's just going to run past. Unfortunately. The angry goat who could. We can reach the Altar of Ultimate Darkness. It's going to take all of our movement. Yeah, pretty much all of it. So we're not going to want to sack the settlement. We want to keep that in mind.
I go where I need it.
Otherwise, we'll be stuck here in the north, unable to replenish. Skaven revealed, we have clan that said Pestilost is the Priest of Lightning. That's going to be unfortunate. That actually is going to work pretty well against our Dwarf Warriors. If he was a Plague Priest, we would be just able to walk through the poison like it didn't happen. Let's go ahead and set up the siege.
Let's go.
And then for the Forge, what we were looking to do was the... Where be you? Character runes. Down here with the Master Rune of Spite. We need 50 gold to actually go ahead and grab that, and it's going to be pretty key. We're going to give that to Grombrindal right off the bat. So, in order to keep Pestilost from recruiting, we are just going to charge right on in and smash. Let's get it. Alright. Welcome to the sewers of the Skaven Under Empire. That is an orifice of monstrosities. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what the best way to assault this stronghold is going to be. Actually, looks like this section here is going to be the weakest defended. Only got the tower over on this side, and the one here. And I guess one... It's going to have a pretty hard time shooting if we're able to hide properly. Let's go ahead and grab our miners with blasting charges. Make sure they are kind of up front. This tower is at the 70 damage one, so it's not going to be all that powerful. This group of miners can be right up front, taking any kind of brunt of damage. Someone's got to do it. These guys have volunteered. Then we'll have our dwarf warriors all rolling together. One group of warriors on this side. Let's take the Iron Drakes and Thunderers up top, since they would be able to turn and fire down. Warlords can fire up if they need to. So we'll keep them on the lower section.
Dwarf warriors.
Something a bit like that. And the enemy towers are going to definitely focus fire down our Thunderers and Flamethrowers, so we just want to keep them a bit safe. Red dude's out. Put the Runesmith here. Yeah, I'd say we're good to go. We'll have the Gyrocopter, and Grombrindal is going to be handling things on his own. He can fight plenty of Ratkey solo. Let's get it going. Charge him directly into the middle. Keeps the mage back there as well, which is perfect. Have you guys go into melee mode and break these gates down. It's your job. Melee mode, break these gates down. Move forward. I'll have you two just moving up, be able to fire over those walls. Come on beyond the walls, start firing. Grombrindal's moving on in. Being on those walls too. No reason to waste your energy there trying to get up over the walls. You lose a lot of fatigue going into the walls themselves. That'd be a horrifying sight. He's a lone man charging your gates. Zero fury. Tom Cruise running with an axe. Yeah, perfect. Just get some shots in on these guys trying to defend the walls there. And actually, we'll have these dwarf warriors go take the walls. We'll take some casualties, but I don't mind. Beautiful shot from those Thunderers there. Speed everyone up if we're able. Hopefully we don't miss some of the units there. Oh, we got charged from behind. Turn around. So as long as they make it through, they're fine. You guys keep attacking. Turn and fire. Those gates are open. We'll have you guys kind of move in sideways like this. Come in over here if you're able, and then we'll allow the explosives. Well, I guess that works. That works too. Oh, they're out of explosives. Sad day. Charge on in, lads. On inside these walls. Still getting shot up, sadly. I summoned a unit on top of Grombrindal. What a good idea. We are definitely Santa Claus. We are giving them the gift of explosives. Think of how many people would love the gift of explosives. Yep. Go ahead and have you come up on top of this wall. You can just drop bombs on them. Although this is a much juicier target over here. Alright, Grombrindal, back to beat down those gates. Rotate the bombers a little bit there. Yeah, we're still not quite getting the angle I want. Drop the bombs. That'll do. Crossbowmen are fire over those walls on those Skaven slaves. These miners need to try to get back behind, so throw those explosives, allow these warriors to funnel in. These guys are taking a lot of damage for free. Come on in through the front gate, please. Hammerers, get on in there. You guys as well. Getting shot at by some towers. Unacceptable. Come over here and deal with this tower, please. Actually, better yet. Ignore the tower, go shoot this fool. Grombrindal's through those gates. Go kill someone. Playing Rat Spears are actually holding in. Some slow-mo fight scenes here. Play him in the wall of Ractoc. As we're seeing the a fatigue hit is actually allowing the Plain Rat Spears to defend quite well. Excuse me, why are you guys going up this ladder? There's a gate here to go through. That's insane. That AI pathing right now has got some hurt to it. Struggling real hard. Keep things back up. Guys charging in on the side here. Slaughter this first group and get moving. Well, I don't really want them up on the walls, but it would allow them to actually defend. You guys go through the gate there. That'd be great. Charging into this next group, all together. Don't stop. That was pretty much perfect. Only someone who doesn't matter got hit. That's real messed up. Yeah, it is. It surely is. Keep slicing those dudes up, dude. We need to kill them quick. You guys get up on the bridge here. Start firing down on them. Same thing with the flamethrowers. Bring yourselves over and get ready to torch. Make sure you go after this other group so we're not getting lightning. Yep. As I said, here comes the lightning. Luckily most of them are split up, so we're only taking a little bit of damage there. Fair enough. Turn around and surround them. They're able to fire. Maybe they're able to get that other group. Yeah, let's have you guys fire on the platform. Actually, a much better target. The Skaven slaves there will get shot from crossfire as well as anything that comes by. We'll have you go chase this Skaven slave group. So you have heavy armor.
By the ancestors.
Grombrindal has all of the enemies around him.
Let's go.
Yeah, you should just ignore these other rats and go kill their lord. Where did our riflemen go? Turns out they don't have good line of sight up there. Ooh, that hurt.
Iron drakes.
These iron drakes moving around.
Move now. Vengeance. The clans unite.
A good spot to actually fire on some people.
Thunderers.
Thunderers coming on in, and they can exchange fire with the Skaven slaves. There we go. We dragged him into a protracted conflict. As long as we kill their lord there, they should leave pretty quickly. As he runs, calls down more lightning.
Shine like
Quit being a chicken. Die like a proper rat. You guys come on down. Everyone here kill this group.
They have wronged us.
Hopefully you actually hit enemies that aren't our own soldiers, please.
Iron drakes.
Actually, really good shots coming in from those iron drakes.
Fire. Reload.
Go ahead and kill this other group if you're able.
Ball of vengeance.
You all stop them as well. Yeah, the
Yes.
gyrocopters are taking far too much damage here. Yep, move up and start firing on them.
Miners.
Miners come over and claim this other position.
By the ancestor gods.
Okay, so the Thunderers have really, really bad line of sight here. That'll do. Torching the Skaven slave slings. Should be a fight we win. If not, we'll be very disappointed.
Shoot those wattocks.
Shoot those Wazzocks. He's just gonna grunt. Fair enough. Point blank rifle shots into the back there. We'll burn these Groby out. Even though they are definitely not greenskins. Yeah, they're losing that straight up engagement there. Let's turn you around. Alright, their lord is shattered. Send the gyrocopter over to have it help. A little bit too far spread out. Go ahead and speed yourself up with an overcast one. And just in time, the victory bell. And our miners took some damage. But the lads fought hard, and let's crack open the casks. A close victory. We only really took casualties to our miners since they're so heavily unarmored there compared to our other soldiers. And don't have very good melee stats, we'll be honest. They're very strong, but that's all they've got. We lost one of our helicopters too, very sadly. We could sack this settlement again, but once again we would not be able to actually turn back around and claim it, so we will just occupy. We don't quite have enough Oath Gold to grab the Master Rune of Spite yet, but that's fine. We will gain it. Province has been secured with the Iron Coast.
You know who I am.
For our commandment, we can now kick on in. Probably best idea to go for Empower the Guilds. Gives us 15 more growth, less construction cost, and more tradable resources. Sounds good. Destroy the sparring chamber here, the Altar of Ultimate Darkness. And we can upgrade the granary here at Dracula Spire as well.
The dwarfs need me.
So you say. While we're here, we'll grab the Oath of Forging. Do any of our buildings actually make Oath Gold? Nah, not yet. Not yet.
I'm here now.
So for now, let's go ahead and grab Absolutely Relentless. Dwarf's Call as well. We'll grab Absolute Relentless first, and then for
How can I help?
Jamek, the Rune of Wrath and Ruins. We've got an explosive spell there. We will go ahead and tell this idiot to stop trespassing, and if he doesn't, we will slaughter him. Our next goal is going to be to secure the Ractoc Gorge. It is the provincial capital here, with Ractoc Mount being less so. Ogres down there in the south. I think the ogres are going to have a hard time dealing with the dwarven missiles, but we'll see.
Yes.
For diplomacy here. Like, we really aren't going to be making any friends anytime soon. This is actually going down. He's got aversion. He likes our treaties and he likes the gifts. Feels like we should be enemies of our enemy kind of thing going on, but we shall soon see. Technology research. Cascaded subsidies. To grow the everlasting realm, the guild sends subsidies to make settlements, old and new, sustainable. 5% more income. Now we're researching our treasuries. Rippertorn tribe has ignored my... I like that they say that. They ignored my warning by running away and getting out of my territory. Quite the ignoring.
I am the White Dwarf.
This is quite true. Here at Dracula, we can't put in many of the buildings because the settlement itself has not grown. So I think we may just go for a trinket maker to start. Everything else takes tier 3 for the advanced military. So we're going to be rolling with kind of weaker stuff, at least to start. All of oats. Yeah, let's start things off with just the trinket maker to make some extra gold there. And then we may recruit on in another lord, just to keep things safe. So we'll grab a rune lord there. The ancestral blood of Grungni. Construction cost and recruitment rate. So actually, let's
You know who I am.
stop building that real fast.
The dwarfs need me.
We will quickly recruit on in this rune lord. Probably won't even give him any soldiers. We'll just use him to defend. We'll recruit him up here just so he reduces the cost of this construction down to 650.
It is time.
And then we can send Grombrindal. I'd like to send him to the edge of our territory.
Our enemies
Camp up.
tremble.
Because of our grudges, we are able to gain some Slayers and some Giant Slayers. Giant Slayers being very expensive. Let's grab some normal ones. They're very, again, also quite expensive, but we'd love some elite, I guess, suicidal, murderous lads. They did dishonor their families. Go ahead and add in the Quarrelers. That's no excuse. I agree. Throw in one Quarreler, and I think we may remove the original miners, just to free up a bit of upkeep. It's not a lot, but it's a smidge. And we've got the explosive boys, which are just miners, but better. Diplomacy working on up with the exiles. Hey. We are sitting at 135% technology. After Dwarf treasuries, we will beeline over here towards heavy cornstones and then start working on the range units. And the turn is once again ours. Like Blood Gorge just keeps causing problems with the rats down there.
I am the White Dwarf.
Can't quite reach the town, so let's go
I'm leaving.
to about here and set up an ambush.
I'll see it done.
I sure hope so.
Scrunge.
Mr. Hammerfist here jump into the altar, and he can kind of rotate down to the Eldar Spire if it needs help.
My anger burns bright.
Does it now? Let's give you a couple Quarrelers. Can't afford a couple Quarrelers. We'll grab you one Quarreler and one guy with blasting charges just to defend.
Vengeful Rune Lord.
Ooh, hang on now.
I do. Master.
Can't quite afford it either way. Such is the way. We are the poor dwarfs. We'll gain more in battle next turn. I definitely at least want the one set of quarrelers. Gods are angry. The omens are ill. Something you have done has angered the gods, yet they are fickle. They may forgive you in time, or more immediate appeasement may be necessary. We should probably give them some treasury. Oh. Your realm grows, but it comes at a cost. I will take the control hit for extra growth. So be it. Ambush foiled. Well, whoever's coughing may have ruined it for us. He's going to move up and raid. Still in the Skaven lands.
There's no bother. I'll do it.
Don't cross wires.
It's not a bother. Let's get it going then. Charge directly on in after Fader Jife. Fader Rife? Oh, he runs away. What a coward. And in fact...
Aye.
Oh, I guess I'm not allowed to. I have to... Oh, he gets to come on in and assist now. Fair enough. He gets to reinforce in 2 minutes. Allows us to set up and wait for those reinforcements and kill them on the side. Let's go ahead and charge right on in. To war. Right, so that didn't work. We decided that the game wanted to crash. This is the third time we're attempting to get here. The game crashed the first time, and then the second time the rats wanted to do something a little bit more intelligent. That way it wasn't exactly what it was before. So there is another army down there that we now know exists due to the rats attempting to change their strategy. Restarted again, and now we're back to the way things were. So we got to kill Darth Vader and the rest of Clan Septic here. Here's hoping that we don't have to put my computer in the Great Book of Grudges for crashing again. Let's go. Oh my goodness, we're in. Let's do it. Okay, so where are our enemies reinforcing from? All the way up here in this little gully. We can probably exploit this. Let's grab... How do we want to exploit it? Grab one group of you, some rifles, flamethrowers. I said the flamethrowers. Alright, well, the flamethrowers.
We demand blood.
And then we can have a unit of weaker miners.
Kill the oath splitters.
With warriors? Question mark?
Dwarf warriors.
Hold these guys back just a little bit. Flamethrowers as well. And start scorching them as they come on in. Hopefully this team can handle themselves. I think they should have no problems. Lots of fire. We will come on back over with the main line here. And where do we want to attack from? There are 3 towers that could be shooting at us from here. Not my absolute favorite. But I'd also like the other troops that we have there to be able to rotate over and help out. We may just go straight through the original spot we normally do. Let's have the copter guns over here to use them to assist if we need. Have the crossbows. I'll have Grombrindal charging in down from the south. Explosive Boy and the warriors. Miners in melee mode. You guys will have warriors up front. Take the brunt of the damage. Hammerers slightly behind. Slayers ready to stop any kind of nonsense with these summons. That'll do. Let's make sure all of our quarrelers are guard moded up. That'll begin. Now you can scoot on over and just shoot this guy for a second. Although we kind of want to save that ammo. So let's come on up and around and get ready to defend. It's going to be a little while before they're here. Charge on in. Not get hit by free missiles where we can. Already taking more hits than we want. Get on in there, Dobby. We forget how fast the Slayers are. We're nearly in on those gates. Grombrindal's moving. How long do we have? 1:21. Just keep it in the back of our mind. I'll forget here pretty much immediately.
That's it. To the gates.
To the gates, indeed. They've spawned a unit. Excuse me, I'm going to slow that down so I can zoom on over and see why. Ah, the disrespect. Turn on around and fire on them. We're going to take a little bit of damage there. I'm going to rotate on away and get back to the fight. They're going to take some damage, but luckily they should hold in there for a moment. Crossbows are wreaking havoc on those soldiers on the wall there. Quickly get this exploded on in so we can start the cooldown. As long as the rats don't somehow split up, that should be a good one. There we go. Explode some jelly all over. That thing on at cooldown. We'll send our runesmith directly in. Beautiful coating of explosives. Keep that going. Here comes a summon. I wouldn't do it there, bud. Their last summon of clan rats. Send these miners back just a little bit there. We'll allow Grombrindal to keep chopping. Took a little bit of damage there, unfortunately. These dwarf warriors back into position. Wow, he showed up and immediately started summoning lightning. Hate that man has in his soul. Pull back just a little bit. Forgot to drop these guys as caltrops. Just drop them there, please. Keep the enemy from getting any closer. They've got stops, they can't move. Start firing. Shoot the Wazoks. Here, we'll have you just kind of stand in front of them and drop bombs here in a second. Back over on the gates. Grombrindal, go get them. Wow, the Slayers took a lot of damage from those clan rats. That is no good. The lads inside the walls there then. I will leave the explosive boys outside. I'll overcast this one and send everyone in. And melee if I'm able. There we go. Now we don't have to worry about dealing with any of the charge straight on in. He should cleave a swath. Luckily he is fighting clan rats. So he's not killing just useless clan rat, or just the Skaven slaves. Miners are taking all sorts of damage. I actually didn't get to use the bombs. How sad. Oh, run, don't get flamed. Don't get hit by that lightning for free. Let's pull these dwarf warriors away and allow the brimstone guns to fire in, and the rifles as well. These guys back all the way away so they don't get hit by any lightning. Grombrindal, you're getting shot up by those towers, unfortunately. Gotta get beyond the walls. 33 seconds so we can use another one of those. Hammerers inside the wall. Let's get the miners up on top so they can throw those explosives down, and I don't really mind if they lose some of their vigor there. Get some slow-mo so we can actually see some of this battle. There's battles being fought on several different fronts. We're just having to click around and move quick. Get him, Grombrindal, give him a whack. Okay, we'll just keep spinning to look away from me. Fair enough. You get no glory then. Rifle shots going in. The rat reinforcements have been slaughtered. Although he did kill my miners. See if y'all else can escape. I don't know if you'll be able to. Turn back around. Let's get these guys fully out of the way so they're not getting shot with rifles for free. Perfect. Back over on this side. The lads we told to get up on the walls are going in an interesting direction. Oh, here we go. How about a slow motion explosion? How you about it? Well, that's gonna hurt more of my dwarves than I expected. Oof. Well, how much do you love your home? Fountain of jelly and blood. Love to see it. Keep slicing them up. My warriors are rallying. Love to hear it. How many miners are left? They're Gone. Those miners are dead. They're gone forever. They fought to the last man.
Unite!
That's quite impressive. Alright, you all, come on back. Let's start attacking these fools.
Move now!
Get out of the range of this tower, although it has... See it?
Iron Drain!
Pull on over. We'll have the warriors here.
Dwarf warriors!
Chop down those gates.
Nothing can stop us!
Alright, Grombrindal, how are you doing? He's killing. Love to see it.
Let the vengeance
Hammerers
begin!
aren't killing. They need to commence that.
Miners! Kill us! Dwarf
Everything we need to do
warriors!
is, for this Rune Lord, it's got to be for cooldown reduction, so we can throw as many of those explosive runes as possible. Alright, so let's not lose our cohesion here.
They have wronged us!
Turn around and slay them. We'll have these miners come down and hold the position.
Yes, then! Darrow
Light these fools up. Clan Rat's running for their lives.
Locked and loaded!
And have you guys take to the walls.
Get your beards up there!
Get your beards up there and anything else. You guys
Come
as
on.
well.
Vengeance!
Right, come on over. This is where we're going to take the position. Those caltrops are going nowhere. Good goodness. All of Grombrindal's damage is coming from those towers.
Lord of vengeance!
They got dragged out. The enemy was retreating the other direction, so it's interesting they decided to switch sides.
War
These
of
Slayers back.
vengeance! Plow through!
Come on through first. Throw those explosives.
Slayers!
Keep the Slayers moving. They should actually move pretty quick. Those guns
Where
are
the ancestors!
just not doing all that much. They kill Skaven with every shot, but we really can't wait to see them against some of the large units of Malekith. Go ahead and pop Grombrindal's ability so he's taking a little less damage.
Our fire!
Bring these crossbows inside.
Dwarf warriors!
And now let's just charge forward.
As you command! Move now!
Get in there and kill them.
Obey me!
A whole bunch of just fleeing fellows right here.
Move to attack!
Yeah, get on over here so I can hit you with an explosive.
Slayers!
Slayers took some damage there.
Strike out!
Happily dying for the cause.
Gyrocopter!
You moving. I think over here and dropping some bombs is not a bad idea, though. Cut across.
On the floor!
Bit like that. I think you should run. You come on down and take this position. Keep the Slayers back just to keep them safe. They're all clumped up now. Well, I'm not allowed to use it on the bridge. Ah. Fair enough, we'll just use the one that gives us more melee attack. Horn of Corn, unleashed. The tunnels belong to us. Gotta fight harder.
Axes out, lads! Take them down!
Yeah, we are getting focused fired there. Bit of a really weak grenade. Let's pull on away.
Chicken aim!
Everyone get on in there and claim this position because we're taking free damage. Crossbows move there.
Kill orcs!
Oh, I thought we controlled the gatehouse. Okay, I was wrong. Taking all of the free damage from all these towers.
Gyrocopter!
Alright, Grombrindal's chased them off.
Shall
Get those little legs moving.
Are we ready? Shoot the wizards!
Fire on that platform, help him out.
For the ancestors! By the layers will...
Slice through this group. We've got to move through them.
For the carrots and go! Stuff! Runes of spellbreaking!
Bring you over so you're not wasting your melee potential there.
This is a reckoning!
Come on over and see if we can't drop the bombs directly on top of this platform. And ba-boom. That didn't do very much damage at all. Alright, let's get out of there. Making free hits.
For the ancestors! We demand blood!
Keep moving.
Dwarf warriors!
This is definitely a long-term battle here. Oh, just kidding. The Raki are giving in. Got a lot of soldiers left, you sure? I mean, don't mind if I do. We'll clean this place up, make it look nice. A close victory, it shall call that we did end up almost losing these miners, but actually it looks like they just turned and ran, which is perfectly fine by me. Slayers killing 228 rats. Most of our lads slayed well over 100. 385 going to the flamethrowers. Well done to everyone. We lost 147 to their 2,700. We could sack the settlement for even more oath gold there. That would put us well above the 50 we're looking for. I just don't know that we have enough movement to turn around and get into the town, and we need some replenishment after that fight. So let's go ahead and... that's a tough call. Let's go for the gamble. Plan revealed, we gained Ratcatcher. Oh, perfect. The gamble played off. We will occupy Ractoc Gorge, securing another provincial capital and nearly dealing with the second province here. Let's grab Absolutely Relentless, max that out, and then we'll start working on giving, I think, probably him more strength.
You have my axe.
Rune of Wrath and Ruin I definitely want. Grab that one quick. With our 2000, we'll quickly upgrade the Altar of Ultimate Darkness. Over here at Ractoc Gorge, we have another Dwarven sparring chamber. We'll ignore that for now. Nothing new for diplomacy that we're allowed to do, and we still have just the 3 grudges. Get in some ogre mercenaries, which would be kind of amusing. But I think we're good with what we have for now. We could obviously combine up these miners. And then just recruit in another one, since they don't have any veterancy already. Just keep our force a little bit more composed. Alright, we've got a slow but sure start. Yeah, that was the other thing that happened, is we got a plague over here at the Dracula Spire, which... gross, but fair enough. We got some neural corruption taken on up. We have to deal with it.
Armed and ready.
I think I would like to move you away from the altar. Although, since it is upgrading, the enemy are much more likely just to attack it. So we'll leave him there. And I believe that'll be another turn, although we do have some oath gold to spend, like I was wanting to do. Let's come in here into the character runes and build on that Master Rune of Spite. Yes, please. Sweet. And since that's been inscribed, we're not able to do it a second time there. The Master Rune of Flight gives us a magic missile. Effective at close range. Character runes for our lads there. We can grab the... what was it? The Master Rune of Black Hammer as well, giving him some more weapon strength for Grombrindal. Then some more gold. Alright, since Grombrindal already has 500 weapon strength, we'll come on in here and inscribe him some character runes. Drop both of those in there. Weapon strength plus 20%, bringing him up to 600. And the Master Rune of Spite, where everyone around him is going to be taking damage. Good stuff. Our second technology goes down, the Dwarf Treasuries. Dwarf Treasuries are often as deep as their vaults, which can be very deep. 10% more income. Now we have a grudge. Raid any region belonging to the Skaven. They have any regions? Temple of Cain? Well, that's we've got to move there quick before Nagaron kills them then.
Not enough.
First things first, we will go ahead and throw out these miners. I forgot we were not going to be able to recruit them since I deleted the building. Big fool on my part. We need to move down and claim Ractoc Mount, but first, let's go ahead and deal with Skittis. He's got some Night Runners, but this is mostly a army of Skaven slaves. Think you dead. Oh, just kidding. You're gonna run. That's what they usually do. Okay, well then what we shall be doing is just kind of waiting then. We'll scoot forward a little bit more. We'll raid this area next turn just to cross that one off the Great Book quickly. Deeming Vermin Grudge. Seen by an enraged Grungni, the stealing... what? Thagaraki? Raid our lands, taking our hard-earned treasures and innocent Dawi lives. Revenge is demanded. That is true. We shall deal with that in due time. For the Ractoc Gorge, I believe... But I'm content with having this be our moneymaker just for now. It's not going to upgrade, and I want the altar to be our main growth area. Oh, our next technology, down over here to heavy Kernstones. Then we can start working on the Levy Missile Warriors. Give us a bit more missiles overall. Got no gold and our ability to recruit up anyone good, so... We're gonna keep defending. You can help me by defending. Can we get any... trade going in our lands? No. We'll send cough drops your way in due time, bud. The gods are still angry. Humans are ill. Something you have done has angered the gods. Yet they are fickle and may forgive us in time. Oh, it's the exact same. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna take another hit to our control. So be it. We'll take all of the extra growth. And control's only kind of negative.
I do.
It is very negative over here at the altar, so we're gonna have to be ready for that one.
I'm here.
Okay, well, what we're gonna do is jump into raiding stance.
Threat, it's done.
Go on the other side of this bridge. There's no escape. And then we will take that that grudge there. Well, does anyone own the Temple of Cain? Oh. Where do you live, brother? Here at Cragrith Deep? No, there's no Skaven corruption here. You have a settlement?
Cross me.
He has a single settlement. Maybe we have to know they're there, otherwise it won't allow us to raid them?
You know who I am.
Let's go check.
Moving out.
Oh, Skaven have revealed. Okay, so now we will back up and not be allowed to raid.
Who calls me?
Please let me raid. Oh, that's right.
Stay bother. I'll do it.
So because we didn't know they were there, we couldn't steal from them. I guess that makes sense. Ancestral grudges while fighting against the greenskins. There's nothing wrong with the greenskins. Let's grab the Rune of Wrath and Ruin. Gives us a little bit less. Oh, cooldown, 15%. That'll work. We'll raid. Hopefully they come over to try to stop us. We are closing in on the end for this first episode here, so I would like one more battle, and we'll probably call it Malekith fighting at Nagaron, the card. The grudge removed. Thieving Vermin Grudge. 1,000 treasury and 30 oath gold. Nagaron has himself a big angry boat made out of earth. Portera in boat form. Alright, let's get one more battle going. I think we can probably recruit in some ogre mercenaries because why not? They're hungry for some rats. We have some big boys in with our dwarves. Let's get them. Elkeek has decided to run away. He will not run, flee. He is brave, mighty. Okay, so we've got a absolutely massive squad of Skaven. Am I allowed to fight them on the field? Please and thank you. That'll do. We can trap them between this gully here and just fire down on them. This will be quite fun. Let's bust them up. Alright, you lugs. Oh, we've got a river off to the side? Oh, so maybe they may try to flank on around. We will have to deal with summons from below. Just stuff to keep in mind. Let's see, I think I want a unit of explosive boys right here. Can you scoot on back a little? Nah, some weird terrain. Very fair enough. So, Quarrelers then. I'd really like to get in some dwarf artillery soon, so that's what we're going to start working on. Grombrindal out front. We'll have the Rune Lord kind of in the middle so we can respond to any nonsense. Same thing with these hammers. I don't want them directly.
Slayers!
Slayers up front ready to die.
Wanderers!
Impressively enough.
Warriors!
Well, I don't like that so much. Bring these Slayers down.
For the
Also getting some weird lag with our deployments. It's, you know, a bunch of strange
They have wronged us!
issues with how it runs. Performance.
As you say!
Two warriors
It is
here
a
then.
reckoning!
I like them where they're at. Have these ogres kind of waiting. I'm gonna put them behind. They can kind of charge through. They should be very devastating against the rats. Killers. You sure those aren't miners?
Iron drakes!
We'll have some iron drakes. Where do we want these, lads? The flamethrowers.
Let the vengeance begin!
Bump our regular dwarf warriors up a little bit more. Give them some room in the middle.
Warriors!
Although in the middle is probably not where we want them.
It is a reckoning!
We'll have these miners. Where do we want them? Maybe we do some layered miner explosions? Maybe.
War of vengeance!
We'll see what we can do. Riflemen up so they're not blasting their own dudes. That'll work, and then we'll have the flamethrowers up top here.
Let's start shooting!
Let's start shooting. Bad angles of fire there. We'll just leave them where we had them. Or not. There we go. Perfect. That should be fairly well protected. Let's see how we do. Probably push the
Wanderers!
formation forward a little. Nah, I kind of think it's fine where it's at. It does kind of draw them all forward into this little gully. They can't go all the way around on either side there. I guess they can. That'd be a long trek. Be very impressed if that's what you guys are deciding to do.
For the High King!
Scoot forward a little bit here. It looks like that may be what their plan is.
Go! Go!
We're not fighting where you want us to.
Move!
Where are you rats headed? The answer is we have no clue. Rifles up. Grombrindal doesn't need to go quite as far forward as he was. Flamethrowers in.
Moving!
All the reinforcements are streaming in a straight line.
Good.
Here they come. No clan more powerful than Clan Septic. So we will soon see. They decided that flanking is not really something they're going to be able to do all that well. Just waiting for those Menace Below summons.
For the ancestors! Nothing can stop us! The White Dwarf!
On back a little bit there, Grombrindal. That is an absolute horde of rats. Kind of jittering around. Come on in, vermin. We have just the ticket. Well, the first group getting scattergunned.
What now? Anu!
Turns out their armor is very weak to both crossbow bolts and explosions. Charges in, killing a few, and probably scaring them off.
Reach the
Nope, that's exactly what we expected.
far, reach fast!
They are very dead. Come on back this direction here. We'll get the Rune Lord prepared. If we overcast it, does it just get larger? More armor piercing. There's not really that much armor coming at us here.
Miners!
Sub you guys in. You guys pull back.
Strike out!
Hammerers in. Slayers in.
Train the earths!
Torch 'em. Ogres through. Back, let's go get this Warlord.
Ancestors! It is a reckoning!
You guys try to surround Grombrindal. We're going to give him the business. We'll actually watch them get to business then. Explosion. And the ogres are in as well. Let's get some slow-mo shots, because these are this should be some quite fantastic battle moments. Use those belly plates. And I believe in lore, the rats are smaller than the dwarves. Most of them. Not all of them. Most of them. So, against the ogres, it would just be a nightmare. These rifles back just a little ways here. You realize that they don't have a lot of opportunity to maneuver around. It's just death. Individual miners doing their best. Obviously, the hammers are going to have many, many kills to their name. The slayers are going to die trying. We're going to send these bombs forward, start dropping them. Slayers move in on the next group. Grombrindal, get killing. Flamethrowers torch these clan rat spears, and you guys start blasting away at these Skaven slaves with their arrows. Need to put that down pretty quickly there. Pull these miners back. Go about here, and these miners forward into combat. Riflemen are keeping the corners clean there. Keep the slayers defended. While the ogre bulls come on back, get their charge bonus again. Get some magic coming down on us, though. Blasting apart some slayers, sending them to the afterlife. Drop those bombs. Drop them and run. That's a lot of slings coming your way. Perfect. All right, you guys charge in, find someone to kill. Make it happen. Iron Drake's moving up. You guys move in. We will drop the melee attack buff. Start exploding them. Do it. Throw the explosives. There it is. Not. What are y'all doing? Throw those explosives, boys. I know there's friends here. Oh. Let's not crash my game. We've already had issues with that. You charge on in there, bro. Get some flames on these spears. Are my quarrelers in guard mode? We have taken some damage back. Oh man, the game is having an aneurysm, isn't it? Sorry guys. This isn't usually how things are working for me, but we'll work through it. There's a lot of death going on here. We've got several mods active at the same time. Get him there. He's trying to escape. Don't allow it. There is no escape. There was only the void. Gyrocopter, come on back over and start ending its explosives. Perfect. Push them back. The ogres have bust through the line. That's what we're going to use them for, is all that mass. Oh, lovely. That's probably what's lagging the game out, is just the massive amount of explosions. Those dwarf warriors are a little bit overextended. Drop that extra melee defense and unbreakable. Keep slaughtering them. Not one step backwards. Keep giving him the cleave. Like his sound was a power drill. One of the power drill Pokemon. Magnemite. The electricity Pokemon. Here comes the clan rats off to the side. Let's deal with that. Oh, they got a summoning behind us. Maybe that's not even a summon. Lightning in on our quarrelers for a good measure, and then they break. They love to do that. One final spell and then run. Quite a marvelous battle. We're going to have to chase down as many of these rats as we're able, and I will catch you all in a moment. And a marvelous victory. Those ogres even getting 357 kills, filling their bellies for the maw. 519 for our flamethrowers. Can't wait to get rid of the gyrocopters for something a little bit stronger. But this is starting out well. What are we doing? We're slapping clan rats and Skaven slaves and high-fiving ourselves, but that is the way. Let's sack the settlement. I'm not really that concerned with claiming the Temple of Cain yet. We'll be fighting with Nagaron in due time, so we're just going to sack the settlement and run on away.
Our enemies shall tremble.
Get back to securing our own province there. So we will move as far as we can.
My anger
Our income is starting to even out there. We could upgrade the Eldar Spire to tier 1, or we could wait 3 turns and then upgrade the Dwarf Outpost here up in pretty much immediately. So the last option is to get Dracula Spire up to tier 3 so that we get the building that it goes in there for its landmark for us. The repurposed holds, giving us extra oath gold research. This is what we're going to go for first. This is much better. Save the gold.
It is time.
Make sure Grombrindal has himself. I think you get even more Slayers. I really like the Slayers. All we have is Miners or Slayers? That's not a hard choice. Give me some more Crazies. Since we're going to be going up against Ogres, we're going to need Crazies with Giant Axes. And no income.
I am the White Dwarf.
He is the White Dwarf. I did not mean to grab the White Dwarf's call. What I was trying to grab was Get Up. Go for Lightning Strike. Really? So he has a much shorter, or incredibly short blue line there. Get Up being the replenishment rate faction wide. So we'll go for both Absolutely Relentless and Get Up, and then probably the White Dwarf's Call. I'm not going to worry about Lightning Strike. I'm fine with fighting a bunch of armies all at the same time. I see it as a
How
challenge.
can I help?
Is it dumb? Absolutely. But it's a dumb challenge. Harden Armor. Huh. Or Sharpen Weapons. Let's harden up our armor then. What does that actually do? Increases the armor of all units in the parent army by 5. That's pretty awesome. If you have 2 of them, you can do both of the buffs. Everyone's a little bit more chunky. These Slayers have 5 armor now instead of 0. That'd be why they take so much damage. See if we can jump into March Stance.
I'll do it.
Gain even more land there. We want to wipe out the camp and then the Lord same time, because he'll just plop down another camp and continue to exist, which is horrifying. Quick jump cut. I got ambushed by some sneezes in my outro, as is the way. But for now, I am out of time for today. I thank you all so much for stopping by for the first episode of our Grombrindal Let's Play, but I have been Space Wizard Total War. Remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub throne, and I will see you all in the next one.